A big moment for the future of iron mining today up on the range.
In Virginia, the public was given the opportunity to be heard as the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency considers reissuing wastewater permits for the Keetac taconite mine in Keewatin.
Northern News Now's Jeffrey McClure was there as supporters and opponents spoke out.
I mean, wild rice is a crop, so it's going to grow differently in different waters. So trying to have one size fits all doesn't work. When we look at downstream of Keetac, we see healthy rice, and we've been discharging there for almost 60 years. So
that's U.S. Steel's environmental director saying 6 decades of mining in Keewatin hasn't negatively impacted wild rice downstream. The company asking why require changes now. Since 1973, a Minnesota regulation on sulfate levels in waterways has been in place but unenforced, which concerns some attendees on Wednesday, including Ricky Defoe, who lives on Fond du Lac tribal land.
True community entails respect and accountability, but for 52 years we've been disrespected and there's a lack of accountability.
But in 2023, when the MPCA began reissuing wastewater permits, they informed Keetac that the mine needed to conform to its sulfate regulation, which mining leaders call old and outdated and say could cause big problems for the state's mining industry.
If that's the case, if this regulation prices our companies out, our mines are closed. And that's really scary because, you know, mining is northern Minnesota.
Meanwhile, those in favor of the MPCA's sulfate standards say U.S. Steel could afford the $1.8 billion it would cost to bring treatment to the mine.
I believe that putting hundreds of millions of investment into Keetac to do this type of pollution cleanup is a benefit to the community.
Others believe that levels should be placed on a site-by-site basis as wild rice has flourished in waters like Hay Lake, where sulfate has been discharged for decades.
The current 10 is unrealistic level, and wild rice has been proven to be successful at up to 1,600 milligrams.
U.S. Steel's environmental director worked on the governor's task force on wild rice in 2018, which declared meeting the designated water standards as unattainable.
So we'd have to try different technologies to try to get there, because we did a global crowdsourcing challenge, and what we found is no one's treating for sulfate anywhere. So there's nothing that we can go look at and go see and model after.
The public hearing process has been extended to September 22nd. In Virginia, Jeffrey McClure, Northern News Now.
Jeffrey, thank you. If the MPCA goes forward with upholding the regulations, Keetac will need to reach the standard by 2030.